Population 1 is officially becoming free for the Quest 2 as of today. Now, I'm going to try to cover all I can as fast and consistently as I can to try to make sure you guys know everything that's going on. But I'm going to start off by giving a quick little explanation on what Population 1 is, just in case somebody is new into VR and may not recognize this game. And it will go into what it means for Population 1 to be free and probably the direction that it is going to head in. Then we'll be talking about why Population 1 is free and actually getting to tie it into the Echo shutdown that everyone's been hearing about. But I'll be leaving some timestamps here on the screen just in case you want to fast forward through the explanation of Population 1 if you already know everything about the shutdown, etc. So without further ado, let's get poppin'. For those of you unfamiliar with Population 1, some have called it the Fortnite of virtual reality because it's a battle royale and because of building, I guess. Everybody will spawn on a randomized side of the map and will have options to be able to drop immediately from that platform or fly as far as they would like to across the entire map. Each player will have 100 health, 100 shield, and be able to find different tiers of weapons along with health items and throwables. Everybody's paired up in squads of 3 and it gets smaller and smaller until only one squad is left standing. You can build, climb on any surface, glide for as long as you want, and if your teammates are dead, you can rub together 2 shock paddles in order to revive them as many times as they go down. Granted that you're still alive and you don't suck at the game like I do. There are a lot more mechanics that go into the game and some of the little nuances that go in there, but that is the gist of Population 1. Now let's go into it being free, what that means for new users, and what that means for the current user base. Population 1 is free, however, it is only free for the Meta Quest 2 platform. And for PC VR, it will be at a reduced price from $30 to $20. As a thank you present from the developers, any and all users that currently own Population 1 on either platform are going to get $80 in free cosmetics, and they've already released the pictures of what these cosmetics are going to look like on their website. For those of you logging in for the first time in a while, they're going to have a new Battle Royale map update, and they're going to have the original map as an option for those of you that remember the good old days, a store overhaul, sandbox rockets, a revamped single player, as well as a graphics upgrade. Now for the big question on everyone's mind, what is this going to mean for their current user bases? Now I don't know about you, but I've already kind of made plans with some of my friends to all put on the banana costume and sing in a conga line, "It's peanut butter jelly time."
It's peanut butter jelly time!
But in all seriousness, this is going to create more competition, which could improve the matchmaking and improve people's experiences, but could also hinder them. This will allow the mass user basis of Population 1 to expand into those that may not have been able to afford the game, and they can bring their skills to the table. And to put it bluntly, the majority of people that are wanting a free VR game are those that are under the working class age, which is going to be great for those users that want to take the game seriously, because if they're under that working class age, they're getting a free game, they're going to have a lot of time to invest and improve and hone their skills in the game, adding more competent players to the competitive pool. And it will also be a benefit for those of you that just like being able to queue into lobbies and just meet new people. I'm guilty of that. I always love meeting new people while I'm gaming. However, for those average players that like to queue up with those that already know what they're doing, it could hinder their experiences with being paired with someone who is a lot younger than they are, don't know anything about the game, and just kind of do whatever they want rather than listen to people that are trying to help them. When you're really relying on your teammates in that battle royale, having one of them just kind of wander off over towards the tower because they wanted to climb the biggest structure in the land isn't really going to help you get the wins. So the long and short of it, yes, is going to add a lot of competent players that want to be able to hone their skills and have a fun time and be competitive in the game and work with their teammates, but it is also going to add some people that may not know what they're doing, which I don't mind teaching people that want to be able to learn games, but it could hinder the experiences of people that just want to be able to load in, go into a squad, and play as if they already know the game. And now lastly, I want to talk about the why. Why is Population 1 becoming free? Just to preface all of this information, I do not work for either one of these studios or for Meta/Facebook. This is purely me trying to make sense of everything in the VR world as I see it and trying to explain it to all of you from somebody who's been in the business field for a long time and playing video games for more hours than I probably should. In my previous video, I talked about how Echo was a piece of VR competition, similar to how Master Chief stayed on the Xbox for so long, or how iPhones have iMessage. But when the competition was gone, Echo wasn't seen as worth it to Facebook's bottom line. It could be said that something similar, but not exact, is happening to Population 1, where Facebook registered all of the accounts that normally spend around $30 or more on games on their Quest, and out of all those accounts, those who own Population 1. Then, taking that data and realizing that it was time to make it free because they have gained all the sales that they could from the users that are able to pay, which could also explain why it's free only on the Quest version, and for the PC VR versions there will still be a $20 price tag for those that want that sweet graphics boost. However, not only that, but Population 1 is becoming free the same year that Echo is shutting down, and I know some of you may call me skeptical, but this could signify something big, so strap in. And also, yes, for clarification, although Ready at Dawn and Big Box VR are their own independent studios, they were both acquired by Facebook, aka Meta, because apparently Mark Zuckerberg wanted to be the trendiest lizard man on the planet. Population 1 became free, one of their most popular paid games, as Echo VR, one of those popular free games, is shutting down. This is Meta not only leveraging their power over these studios, but could also be preparing for something. Let's be honest, people like guns. Lots and lots of guns. Meta is giving users a free substitute from Echo Arena to transition into, so hopefully everybody will just start playing Population 1 and forget that one of their most beloved free games is off of the face of the planet because guns. Not only are they trying to sweep their bad publicity underneath the rug like a celebrity doing charity work after a trial where the charges were just mysteriously dropped, but this game becoming free along with Population 1 doing things like getting rid of their standard deathmatch from their lineup to push people towards sandbox game modes so players will just play what other players make, which resolves them from the responsibility of needing to change the map very frequently. But if I don't get my yearly winter snow inside Population 1, I swear to God I'm gonna go on a sword spree. Also, with it being free, Meta will most likely want a skeleton crew working at Big Box for basic bug fixes that come with the Meta Quest updates, as well as cosmetics. Because how could I possibly live without being the sexiest pirate in the 7 seas? With less people working at Population 1 and all the employees that will be staying after the official Echo VR shutdown, one could assume that Facebook could combine their resources to make what could be their next biggest project of all time. Or they could all just be working on Horizon Worlds. And if this is the case, that they're just kind of trying to roll everybody onto what they believe may be a more popular free game just so they can slap it on the Meta Quest and say, hey guys, look, you can get this game for free if you have our brand product, then I would be worried about the future of Population 1. Could this be the beginning of the end? Could we get trapped in an unstoppable domino effect where every few years Meta will make a game free and then just shut it down and say, hey, go download this game next? But like I said, these are purely interpretations based off of the information that's already out there. For all I know, this could be something that was hastily put together after an immense backlash of people being furious about Echo VR shutting down. But with all of the planning that Meta has done so far to embed itself in every aspect of the Metaverse, I would have a hard time believing that this was a coincidence or just done on a whim. I would also like to say that I could be completely wrong about everything I just said about why they're shutting down. This could be a completely independent decision from Big Box Studios, where they could be using analytics obtained from their parent company about how many people could potentially still buy Population 1 for the full price and deciding to make it free and just 100% rely on battle passes and cosmetics to stay afloat as a company, bringing in some of those people that may not want to pay the full price but might chip in here and there to keep the lights on. I hope that I was able to cover this update well and give you a different perspective of my pure stipulation about why Population 1 is becoming free and its possible tie-in to the Echo VR shutdown. Let me know down in the comments below if you enjoyed this coverage, and let me know if you agree with anything that I said. Do you think that this could be a possibility? I do not think that this is 100% exactly what happened, but do you think that some of the stuff in here could be a possibility about why Population 1 is becoming free? As always, I'll be leaving some boxes playing over here in the corners in case you want to see anything else that the channel has to offer. I hope each and every one of you have a phenomenal day, and I hope to see you in the next one.